You are now listening to Serious Minds RNTV with your host, Professor Griff. The call-in number is 516-654-7688. That's 516-654-7688. This is Professor Griff, and this is Serious Minds RNTV. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, so we can notify you when the next time we vibe on Serious Minds. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously.
Kicked Out of Heaven, The Untold History of the White Races from circa 700 to 1700 AD, Volume 1, is the only masterpiece of its kind. Learn everything there is to know about the world today, as there was no Dark Ages between the medieval times and now. Visit kickedoutofheaven.com.
Kicked Out of Heaven, The Untold History of the White Races from circa 700 to 1700 AD, Volume 2 is the strongest book on the occult in the 21st century. Learn everything there is to know about magic, witches and werewolves. Just remember, you become what you conquer. Visit www.kickedoutofheaven.com.
Kicked Out of Heaven, The Untold History of the White Races from circa 700 to 1700 AD, Volume 3, explains the alchemical principles of Catholicism. A detailed review will be given on relics, incorruptible saints, and much more. We will also journey the torture chambers of the Spanish Inquisition. Visit kickedoutofheaven.com.
The dapper man and the luxurious lady are sure to enjoy Urbane beard blends. We've got manly body balms, luxurious body creams, and beard oils made of the highest quality ingredients that are 100% natural, earth-friendly, and contain no harsh chemicals or additives. They're handcrafted and organic and shipped straight out of the USA. So visit www.urbanebeardblends, beardblends.com today to place your order.
Do your children love learning? At the Institute for Self-Mastery, we've been homeschooling for 10 years. We didn't just hop on this because of what's going on now. Check us out, the Institute for Self-Mastery, ismhomeschool.org. Peace.
And can everyone hear me? Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me. All right, hold on. All right. Hold on 1 second, fam. Hold on. That might be the issue. All right, family. Greetings. How's everyone doing? All right. Come on over to YouTube, everyone. All right. Come on over to YouTube. We're about to premiere the latest video. It's unreleased song that's not on the album, but when I do the physical copies of the album, I am going to put it on the album along with what is the other song, man, that was on the Public Enemy album that me and Soleil kind of did over. Man, it'll come to me. Oh, Shaking My Damn Head. Social Media Digital Heroin is called. Social Media Digital Heroin. SMDH. Social Media Digital Heroin. So the song we're going to premiere tonight is called You Are the Enemy. The song is called You Are the Enemy. All right. So just from the rip, there's a lot that went into the song from the whole idea of the concept of it. The whole idea of having Miss Nikki Lee come along and give me this beautiful artsy kind of artwork for the mass. The angles and the shooting and the editing from Mr. Shane Shakur, the engineering and production recording with Khalil, my son, who laid his tracks down masterfully, and of course Vance Vex. Of course, I'm gonna do another version of it so I can get it over to my man Earl Holder. I had to do a Professor Griff Vance Vex in-house, in-suite mastering job. I gotta get it over to Earl to make it happen. All right. So then everyone else that was involved. D. Boyd, Dewan Boyd. We call him D. Boyd from Rabbit Productions. Jahi Muhammad lent us his expertise. Brother Rashad the God. All right, Brother Rich Muhammad. All right, and then my man Sinclair Wright, who's going to do the remix for us. He was also in the video. Then my man Kashar came and offered some martial arts. And then my stepdaughter Story came through like a fat rat in a cheese factory on Sunday, and she gave us an old school throwback on the hip hop dancing in the video. All right, so the video is very, very, very entertaining. On the video set with Soleil giving guidance, since she's been doing so many videos for so many years. So yeah. All right, so I think that's it. I'm not sure if that's everyone. Let me know if I missed anyone. I'm not sure if I did. In any event, shout out to Adadas. Shout out to everybody in the ATL that saw us filming and kind of at least blew the horn, threw up the peace sign, did something. All right. All right, so come on over to YouTube. We're about to premiere it in 6 minutes. All right, www.youtube.com/C/Serious Minds RNTV. All right, we're going to premiere the video and just give me some positive vibes, whatever. Myself and Mr. Shane Shakur kind of did this from scratch, from a concept that I had. Just wanting to make, and this is not a right or wrong thing. This is just a Professor Griff thing. Wanting to make a timeless video, something that you can look back. Something you can look back on and say, okay, I remember that. All right. So the main thing with this, family, is to tell your story. Tell your story however you tell your story. If you tell your story through artwork, then tell your story. If you tell your story through children's books. If you tell your story through the books that you write for adults. If you tell your story through your camera, your lens, tell your story. If you do poetry, spoken word, tell your story. Do we have any storytellers in the house? Do we have storytellers in the house? Any storytellers? Quan, I'm going to get to those announcements. But I set the YouTube to do the premiere automatically at 9:15. I should have called you and told you that. If it don't pop off, I'm going to show it myself here. All right. We have storytellers. Magna Animus 77. How do you tell your story? Hassan Burden, how do you tell your story? T. Adam, how do you tell your story? Samai Pharmacy, how do you tell your story? Do you tell your story through the herbs, through the healing of people, through the healing of the soul? Can you turn the phone for IG? You killing me, sis. Beautiful black skin. Come on now. Hopefully it comes up over here. But let's see if it comes up. I'm not sure. Where's my mouse? If I have storytellers in the house, how do you tell your story? I tell mine through a pen and pad. 76 CMC 76. All right. Yes, through herbal therapy. How do we tell our story? Tell your story. The thing is to get the story out. All right. There's no age limit or no age group that you can put on storytelling. Tell family. Tell your story. Tell your story. All right. I tell my story through the people, through rhymes. All right. Quan Esset by making beautiful spaces and creating architecture. Man. Tell your story. Tell the story that you have deep within inside of you. All right. You tell yours through art. Beautiful. All right. I started telling mine out through spoken word. Before that, I started telling mine through my oratorical skills as far as speaking. Then poetry, spoken word. All right. Then MCing. And then I picked up a camera. Matter of fact, I picked up my son's camera, Khalil's camera. He had a little small Rebel. I started shooting. Then I moved on to a Canon, then a GH4, then another Canon, then a Sony, then a... Tell your story. All right? We have to tell our story, family. As individuals, yes, it's a beautiful thing. When you go back and look at these times, it's like, wow. You know, what was I doing? What was I thinking? What was I experiencing? What story do I have to tell? So, family, tell your story. All right? And what you're about to see tonight is me, my son, coming together on an idea of us telling our story to the world. We titled it, You Are the Enemy, but we're not pointing to anyone. We want you to look deep down inside and answer that question. Who's the enemy? Where's the enemy? Are you the enemy? You understand what I'm saying? Ask yourself the question, is what we want you to do in this time, in this space. All right? So if the YouTube don't start this thing in a second, I'm going to have to start it, all right? So now everyone on IG, I'm going to turn this around when the time comes. So I'm going to see if YouTube is going to start this thing. It may not start it because I'm on YouTube. So hold on, family. All right? Just sit tight. I think it started already. Hold on. Starting now. Share the screen. Let me turn this around. All right, family, it's counting down, so just bear with me, all right? But this is the video, You Are the Enemy. Written, produced by Shane Shakur, myself, and Khalil, my son. I directed it. We kind of came together, put the idea together, and we're making it happen. So, hope y'all dig it, man. Just me as a storyteller, me as an artist, me as an MC, me as a producer. I'm trying to move up into telling my story via film. Starting off with, interviews and starting off with just telling my story through music videos. This is an unreleased song off the Energy Code album. Alright, my project. Alright, family, I'm gonna open this up and we're just gonna watch the video and we're gonna vibe. Is that cool with everyone? Is that cool with everyone on IG? But in any event, tell your story, man. I'm encouraging all the story writers out there to tell your story however you gotta tell it. I don't care if you gotta tell it through stick figures. I don't care if you tell it through dancing. Alright? Tell your story. We have to begin, all of us have to begin to be the storytellers that we are. Alright? Alright, family, here we go.
We have to recognize who our major enemy is. The major enemy is not your brother, flesh of your flesh and blood of your blood.
Face facts, get now step, align, mind grind, assignment code black. Murder a maniac, godlike, a curse black. Self-lord, master, or class act.
The major enemy is the racism. That's the major enemy. That is the major enemy.
Question the question, life be the lesson. Self be the damn, ego gets the blessing. Don't panic, self-accused, stagnant, traumatic, static, pinpoint the fragments. Blame the cops, blame the block, blame your pops, blame the God. Who's the enemy? What's the enemy? What is the enemy? Are you the enemy? You're the enemy. Oh no, the enemy. Who's the enemy? What's the enemy? What is the enemy? Are you the enemy? You're the enemy. No, the enemy.
I was taught know thyself, cause dealing with your enemies, what you know might help. Look, heart and mind is where I keep my wealth. They try to drown me in the hate, I swim the stream like Phelps. 101, look up at the sun and you'll see me, that's how it's done. Light upon the shadow so they'll never get it spun. Feed the bigger me, that's the key to how I won. Need a feed for every pun. And if I slack, I'm my own rival. Keep a sharp mind, cause that's just essential to my survival. Study yourself, you're your own Bible. And keep your foot on the gas so you don't idle and ask.
Who's the enemy? What's the enemy? Where's the enemy? Are you the enemy? You're the enemy. Oh no, the enemy. Who's the enemy? What's the enemy? Where's the enemy? Are you the enemy? You're the enemy. No, the enemy. Breaking links, lies, still at stake. Fate in the hands of those who preach hate. Shadow self, cause you've been dealt. Self versus the self, cause self lost the faith. Stakes are high, eye for an eye. Gun in the hands of the colorblind lie. Thoughts we feed, words shorts of D's. Strangleholds of soul in these soaks degree. The fear mongers, poverty pit suckers. Lyrical cereal, imperial, grand hustlers. Ancient provocateur, famous kid, or dirt poor. Devilish deeds, God. Who's the enemy? What's the enemy? Where's the enemy? Are you the enemy? You're the enemy. Oh no, the enemy. Who's the enemy? What's the enemy? Where's the enemy? Are you the enemy? You're the enemy. No, the enemy.
And whenever anybody prepares for a revolutionary program, you concentrate on the major enemy. Revolutionary.
Who's the enemy? What's the enemy? Where's the enemy?
All right. All right, let me turn this back around. All right, family, that was it. That was the 4.5-minute video we put together called You Are the Enemy. Song written by me and my son, Khalil. The video done by me and Shane and my son. Shout out to Vance Vex at Solar Sound Studio. Yeah, so I don't know. Let's dialogue. Let's see what y'all think. Talk to me, man. Oh, thanks, Quan. Quan said, good job, Griff. Thank you. R. Brooks said, dope. All right. Muhammad in the comments. Don't forget KRS-One. What about KRS-One? I don't need to know. What do you mean? All right. Thank you very much, Quan. All right. Mary Haynes said, fire. All right. Muhammad in the corner said, Khalil Shah. No, just Khalil Griffin. All right. Sonia said, dope. 7676 CMC says, incredible. Code 0818888 says, deep track, Griff. But they don't want me to tell my story. It would blow. Tell the story anyway. If it blow their mind, blow their mind. All right. Magnus 77. Loved it. How many kids do I have? Takia is my oldest. Then Rob Mega. Y'all know him as Rob Mega. His name is Rashim. Ambisa sent $10. Thanks for thanks for the donation. So it's Takia, Rashim, Khalil, my daughter Naila, and my daughter Issa Shah. And then when I got married to Soleil, then it's 4 more. Dejan, who's Nikki Lee, who did the masks, and who's also singing on my song Etheric Rebel with Soleil on the album. Very talented. Then it's Cypress, Story, and Dream. And then there's a little tiny one that came, who's Cypress's daughter, Sage. So altogether, it's like 10 of us, 10 of them, along with me and Soleil. All right, so yeah. But it's a beautiful thing. I'm one of those individuals that I'm happy. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, shout out to Mr. H. Rap Brown and Kwame Torre, Stokely Carmichael. I always got to shout out to ancestors, and the elders. I tried to tie in the whole black and white 60s with what's going on today to ask y'all a simple question, or just put it in front of y'all. Who is the enemy? Are you the enemy? Where's the enemy? What's the enemy? Aren't you the enemy? Know your enemy. All right? So the whole idea of the video is know your enemy. So the idea of the guys in the white masks representing death, destruction, representing lying, cheating, stealing, representing the negative aspects. All right, that was the shadow self. That was the shadow self. All right.
She said, I heard you was looking for me.
All right. Here I go. I just finished talking about you.
I know, that's why she came down.
Right? What's going on, Sage? Say peace. What's good? Well, you looking around for something to touch, see? So I mentioned everybody. I mentioned your mommy. Where you going? You always trying to get out of here and go somewhere. Where you going? She looking around for something to get, man. So, can you say Baba Wolf?
Man, that Baba Wolf.
Can you say? Why does she always do that? That little fake cough.
Say Baba Wolf.
She looking for something to grab. See? Yep. But anyway, so you saw the video?
I did. I was going to tell you it was. I watched it on the premiere because we were trying to watch it this way, and the audio wasn't as loud. You couldn't hear it as well.
Okay. All right. Sage, you want to tell them your middle name? Where you going? Anyway. Why she was making, man? Anyway, so we have to be able to tell the stories. The stories used to be passed on from father to son and from mother to daughter. And the valuable lessons are in the stories. So tell the stories. All right? You got to tell the stories. You good? No?
Yeah, Baba?
Right? All right, so we could continue to tell the stories. We have to be able to pass the vital information down. Aisha Ross said Lotus. Can I laugh? I mean, it's serious mind, son. Can I do that? All right. All right, so that was the idea of it. Idea of it was the contrast between you and your shadow self. You ready to go back to mommy? Huh? She just needs something. All right. Go back to Say peace. Say peace, y'all. She looking for something to grab. Look. Man, she getting heavy. Peace. See you later, okay? All right, so if anyone on here is super kind of metaphysical, can someone give me the idea what the shadow self is? The shadow self. So in the song, I talk about the shadow self. What is the shadow self? All right. Khalil in his verse talks about you, your own Bible. Why you can't know yourself like you know the external? Why can't you know yourself like you know the Bible? No, it's not my daughter. I'm 60 years old. If I had a daughter that young, no. My last child is 20-something years old. Nah, that's my granddaughter. No, that's my granddaughter. So Monique Hill said the shadow self is the inner self. But what part of the inner self? All right. All right, peace, Code Zero. Right, if I slack, then I'm my own rival, right. Hassan Burton, you a lyricist, bro. For real. So we have to understand something. We have a self, and then we have an inner self, and then we have an outer self. All right. Then we have a shadow self. So the song has layers. Esoteric, great filibuster. Thank you very much, good brother. We have layers in the song, on lyrical layers in the song. Hassan Burton, you listening? There's lyrical layers in the song. There's lyrical layers in the hook. Of course, you hear the hook. You understand what I'm saying? But there's lyrical layers in it. Hold on for a second, friend. We have lyrical layers in the hook. We have a hook, then we have a hook under that, and then we have one more hook in the song. Some of the frequencies of certain hooks will only be picked up and caught and stored in the subconscious mind for later on. The stuff that you're hearing up front, we have edits underneath asking the question, who's the enemy? Are you the enemy? So when we constructing a song, it's just not, okay, yeah, that's the first phase of the song. We could do a basic song with a beat and rapping, and that's cool. But then we have to come back and say, okay, take the lyrics, piece them apart. What are we really saying? So these are for all the songwriters out there. These are for all the storytellers out there. We have to take this a little bit deeper. So when the video is shown 10 years from now, be like, oh, okay, yeah. You said that video was dark and scary. Your energy is evil and violent. You promote guns like they will save us. Thank you very much. Who's this? I can't pronounce the person. Mr. or Mr. Laws. All right. Can I answer that person? All right. If as conscious as this song and positive as this song is, if this video is, how is it dark and scary? If it's dark and scary, then you must be the enemy to yourself. Because if it's talking about, I purposely shot it at night. If it's purposely talking about those people that come out, and if you saw the masks, I think I showed everyone the masks the other day. Hold on. All right, so if we're talking about a contrast in the video, right, with hate, all right, and dealing with African cosmology, when we break down the Adinkra symbols and other things that are hidden in this these tribal masks, if there's a contrast happening, then I think that's a beautiful thing. There's nothing dark about it. Dark and scary. What was scary about the video? All right. And it's absolutely nothing wrong with guns. There was no guns in the video, but we'll talk about the guns later. But the contrast was a beautiful contrast to me. Yeah, truly that person is lost. But I want to address it. I don't want people to think that I'm going to avoid that particular individual. And I promote guns. No, what I actually promote is people arming themselves and training themselves in order to survive in this world. All right. So it's not I promote guns like they will save us. There's been a few times where me packing heat saved me. Is it the overall savior? No, I'm not stupid. All right. You having the creator, whatever you call the creator, at the center, all right, of your life. All right. You being aligned with the self, knowing and understanding the self and everything around you, you becoming conscious. That's the thing that may save you. Not necessarily you carrying an AR-15. All right. Am I going to train and teach people how to become responsible firearms owners? Hell yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Hold on. I know, Gerald. There's nothing dark about it. Houdini says the freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. You understand what I'm saying? So if I demonstrated how, when I say the night, I don't necessarily mean when the sun go down. I mean when you dive into the deeper dark essence of the shadow self, these things tend to come out in the self. All right. So I have like 5 or 6 more masks that the gentlemen were wearing. But we just took a basic, simple concept from The Purge and other movies and said, oh, rather than us actually saying it, let's just put the mask on to show people. So we went in a dark room. We took the masks. We hung them up. You see the string still on them and the tack still on them. We hung them from the ceiling. All right. Punched them around a little and start shooting with flashlights. And that's the effect that y'all got. I thought it was a dope concept to let people know if we're dealing with the self, then the self has to deal with the self. All right. On a metaphysical tip, I thought it was dope. All right. The whole video was shot in this room, and there's a room across the hall, which was all pitch black. And then certain places in Atlanta, we did run and gun. And for those filmmakers out there, you see the quality of that film. I mean that video. We shot it with this Sony A7 III. We put the Sony A7 III on a gimbal right here. For stabilization. And we shot it with a Tamron 28-75 f2.8 lens, Tamron, along with the Sony A7 III. We did all night shots. Nikki Lee designed the mask. We also shot it with an 85 millimeter, a Sony 85. Sony. All right, 85 millimeter lens. Really, that's all we had. We had that one camera, some masks, and an idea. Myself and my son put the song together, which I started the song several months ago. I had the track. I had to live with the track for a minute because, I said to myself, I want to present this. I wanted this to be one of the last songs on the album, and it wasn't on the album. So I kind of took my time and kind of, put the track together, and I put it together in layers. Me and my son both used Reason. We sent it back and forth to one another, and hold up, fam. I just thought it was one of those, sometimes you have to challenge yourself and not do the regular normal boom bap, a beat, and just rapping over it. And I could have easily shot the video somewhere in an alleyway and just would have been like this in front of the camera, blah, 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 mouthing the lyrics. That would have been cool. But I really, truly wanted to tell the story lyrically, and I wanted to tell the story visually. All right. I thought it was kind of clever, some of the things. And I guess some of the things weren't that damn clever. They was just simple. I wish y'all could see this over here. Hold on. Let me see if I can bring my camera here. So I kind of thought that maybe if I kind of did a track where, hold on for a second, fam. Let me see if I can give y'all an example of what I'm talking about. It might be on that screen. I might be on the wrong screen for y'all. Whoa. Hold on for a second, everybody on IG. Shane Shakur is not here right now, so I gotta wing this for myself, or by myself rather. All right. So what I decided to do is just kind of layer everything. So real quick before we get out of here, let me show y'all what it consists of. If y'all would allow me on IG, if y'all will allow me a second, let me go in I gotta turn my other monitor on. These are powered monitors, so I have to come back here and click it on like that. The balance is there now. All right, so a quick breakdown real quick. I'm not gonna get deep. This is some of the things that are in the song, and maybe it might inspire other filmmakers and other artists and other producers, all right, to write a little bit deeper and to think a little bit deeper about your videos. Let me break some of this down. So I'm gonna break it down while y'all listen. All right, hold up. Right, let's. Who's the enemy? Where's the enemy? What enemy are you? The enemy? Let's see what we got. We got I kind of had this beat right here hiding underneath the track to give it that all-important hip-hop feel. This is the beat I got on top. So I got two beats together, that one and this one, stacked on top of one another. Then I got is a hidden beat, like this one is hidden way underneath on a sub level. I got it hidden way underneath, all right? Then I got, okay, you gotta have a clap. I stacked the clap on top of the the snare. So I stacked this and this to give it that sound. Then I added a kick. And then by the time you add the kick and the drum loops, it ties everything together like this. Now what y'all are hearing is the chorus, the hook. The verse sounds like this. So in my verse, this is what you hear underneath everything. That's all it's doing. So by the time you add the kick, and you add my by the time you add the piano, both pianos, when you thought that was the whole track. Just when you thought that was the whole track, I turned that off and I added a whole different layer, another layer. Hold on. So I added a whole different layer on this, what's the name? Right here. If you listen close, I'm gonna turn off one. When I turn this one off, you still get this. So really, basically, it's two damn songs in one. And then to top it off, I did everything that we used to do in the studio with Public Enemy. I started adding. Let me turn this off so y'all can hear it. I added scratching. I added noise. Let me let you hear the noise. All of this is hidden underneath the track.
Scream! Ends up! Okay.
And last but not least, this is the last thing I added. So these are the things that I added. And this makes the whole song. I layered it, and gave it that Public Enemy vibe. That's it, fam. That's just Professor Griff, late night, kind of like, yo, I need a song that's gone. They got the Public Enemy kind of feel, hard-hitting beats, some subliminal stuff, and that's the way we wrote, and that's how we put it together. This is You Are the Enemy. I really appreciate y'all for paying attention, coming to kind of share the storytelling process with me as far as the musical storytelling process and the visuals. I wish Shane Shakur was here, so he can give you his take on, you know, how we went about putting the video together, but I'll let him do that when he gets a moment. Like I said, family, continue to tell your stories, all right? I'm just telling mine. What was the name of that first Sony camera you showed? It's the Sony A7 III. The Sony A7 III. We shot the whole video with one camera. All right? So salute and shout out to Shane Shakur. And we use Final Cut. We just dropped it in the Final Cut Pro, man. So for all the storytellers out there, for all the filmmakers, if you make a documentary film or you're making music videos, do your thing, man. You're going to make mistakes. All of those people that don't make mistakes, they ain't doing shit to make a mistake. So you're going to make a mistake. All right? I've been sitting on the song for months just trying to perfect it on what I wanted to hear, man. You understand what I'm saying? All right? All right, family, I got to get ready to get out of here. I got an interview to do. I love y'all to life, and we are going to discuss Christ Mass. We're going to discuss Christmas tomorrow, the origin of Christmas, some of the fallacies, and that kind of thing. We're going to dive into it tomorrow. All right. I really appreciate everybody for staying tuned. Thank you all very much. Songwriters, storytellers, beat makers, producers, directors, and filmmakers. Tell your story, man. I love you all to life, man. All right. Peace.